one day I come out here in the week to do a video and my neighbour decides to cut their tree down. I'll just have to make do. And they also got the wood chipper out front. Well, I'll try and record this, and then if it's rubbish, it's rubbish. So, in this week's video of what has Fern ruined, the answer is the mudguard. So last week I did attempt to get on with my sissy bar. Didn't get any video of that, but we did manage to get somewhere. I managed to make this prototype. I don't know if I said about it in the video that I started doing this, but yeah, so I had this prototype. Yeah, so this kind of prototype I can't focus on, Jesus Christ. So this prototype that I was working on for the mud strut, obviously not very well made. Just to get an idea of how that bit was going to go, we have managed to make this one. No cutting welding needed in the end. Just turns out I'm not strong enough to bend the metal as sharply as I needed it. So my dad came out and helped me, and then I went in and I did the curve and this bit. And I've also added, if you can see there, a little bend so it goes around the mudguard. It's not perfect. It's got kinks and bumps and bits in it that I don't really like in this curve. This sissy bar was not as long as I was hoping it to be. Obviously I got a shorter, I only got a meter rather than 1.5 meters in length, so yeah, but either way it works. So I'll show you guys what it looks like on here. This will come here and that will go there. So this bit will come off and attach to the frame of the bike, comes on, goes with kind of the curve of the mudguard, as close as I could really get it. And then, I don't know how well you can see, oh gosh, in there, where it kind of does a little curve inwards over the mudguard. If I could find a way to hold it up whilst panning, that would be great. But as you can see along here, I've ruined my freshly painted mudguard. What happened was, whilst I was heating parts of the metal and then putting it kind of here to see if it was the right shape, I just went a bit too close too soon afterwards and just melted it. So, oh well, I'll just kind of shave it off later and put the rust on that area. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much because that bit's being covered up anyway, but I don't know how the hell it's gone so dirty. See all this? What is this? How did that get there? I don't know. I probably won't show you guys the creation of the second part because obviously we've got this side to do, and then I now need to do another one on this side. That kind of will link up with this bit of metal. Yeah, I mean, you guys get the idea. You've seen me do the tries. It's basically the same concept, except it's not me doing it, it's my dad. But yeah, that's the idea. Hopefully when it's all attached and stuff and flattened out properly, it fits. But we'll see. I think I might add a little bit more length. Maybe add, just do the extra curve on the top and then have the other one. But I don't know. I'll see how I feel about it when it gets to it. So I managed to go from this to this, and finally to this. I'm not an engineer and I'm not a metal worker, so I think you need to be relatively good at both of those things to do a good job of it. So I'm happy as I can be about it, you know. Cool. As I'm out here and I'm doing a video, I thought I would do a little haul. I brought some new parts and they finally came in. I'm only waiting for one thing. So I'll show you what I have got so far. Cool. First things first is... So first of all, I got this stoplight, tail light, kind of like the kind of retro feel to it. At the back for attachment and wiring, LED, so it's nice and bright, from Shinyu. And then I got these rear indicator lights from Alchemy Parts. I'm thinking of kind of plugging them into the back of the frame. Hopefully they'll be bright enough. Again, LED. Yeah, I'm thinking of wiring it through the frame tube and then out to where the battery is or wherever the connection is, and having them kind of either side of the seat. But we'll see if that works. If it doesn't, we'll just get another one. But that's the idea for that one. And then we've also got the headlight. So I've got an amber headlight. Again, LED. I was gonna originally go for like kind of like a flatter shape, just so it fits on the spring a bit better, because I think it'll be kind of where the springs are, and I don't know, but it should be fine. Maybe I'll fit it a bit lower. And then with that, I've also brought myself a grill, just because I think they look really cool. And that'll slide on there like that. The amber grilled headlight was something I have wanted from the very beginning. This is one of the things that just has not changed about what I want from the bike. This has just been a solid thing I've always wanted. I've always dreamt of it having an amber grilled headlight like this. So it's pretty exciting to see this come in. I don't know, man. It makes me feel good. These, however, did not come with a free bag of sweets, so boo you guys. Unlike my last parts that did. I'm still waiting for my switches, my switch housing to come in. I've just gone for plain black. Just the generic controls, because that's just what's easiest for me. I'm still a very new rider, so I need kind of everything to be still simple. Still simple. I am thinking of maybe doing a patina on this today. I'm not sure about doing this other mud strut today. Even if I do the other mud strut, I won't bore you with going through the whole process again. Unless you guys want me to, maybe I'll save it for next week. If you guys still want to see how I did that. What I'm going to do now is sand down the bits that I no longer want on here, and I want kind of having a rust effect instead. So basically all the mistakes and the non-perfect parts, and maybe a little bit extra, just to add a bit more rust to it. After that, I might actually put on kind of like a vinegar and salt water mixture, so that it makes it rust a bit faster, but I also might just leave it to the elements. So on here I've just changed over to the machine because I'm finding that it's taken quite a while to get through the paintwork with just this. I mean, I'm getting through it fine, but like I reckon I'm just going to go over with the machine to get the layer out, and then kind of like a detail over it with the hand done bit. I don't know if that'll work or whatever, but yeah. So the whole idea of sun bleach was something that's been sat out in the sun for too long. I've done this bit here, and my dad's kind of said, hey, like if you want something that's been sat out in the sun for too long, it will hit the high parts, as we were talking about patina and things. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, it would. So this bit's a little bit splodgy, but you know, it could also just be something that's, I think maybe just like a gouge or something like that. Yeah, but so I'm gonna go along the high parts mostly, in there and along the ridges and up here maybe, and then I'll add a little bit more just to add more kind of orange tones to it across the mudguard type thing. So that's kind of where I got up to with the patina. I tried to kind of keep it to the top of the high areas so it looked like it'd been hit by the sun. I've also added some other little bits as well. I did do this bit. Originally realised it's not quite as high enough, so I've kind of added in some scratch marks to make it more like where it's been hit, or like a gouge. But you know, hopefully when it's kind of more orange, it'll make more sense. I don't think it looks too good right now, in my opinion personally, but I think once the kind of weathering comes in, it'll obviously make a bit more sense. What I am going to do is I'm going to leave it to the elements, as I am away for work for a few days now, so I might as well just let it be and see what happens then. And then if it's not quite patinaed as much as I hoped it would, then I guess maybe then I would use a solution. And if you imagine that this was kind of rusty as well, I'm thinking of making this kind of rusty and patina this too, as in the sissy bar and a mud strut. So imagine like that rusty bit kind of in similar colours on there. I think that'll look pretty dope. I think this is going to be a really good addition to the XVS. This is going to be something that's not really seen on any other bike, let alone XVS. I haven't really seen many of these kind of struts. I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to definitely be unique. That'll be the end of that video. I only really got to do one day of work on the bike today, which is a shame, but it is what it is. I have had my tooth pulled and now it is infected, so I've been in a lot of pain these past kind of week and a bit. I got it pulled last Tuesday. It's now the Wednesday after, so I've been in pain for the past week. And I'm on antibiotics at the minute, so, and a lot of painkillers, so, but hopefully next week I'll be more open to coming out and doing some work, because hopefully by then the pain will be. as I was saying, hopefully by then the paint would have gone away. And we're going to come back to this. We're going to see how well that's done, giving this a top coat. Probably give the handlebars a top coat now, as well, as they are like proper patinaed up now. And they're ready for their top coat. And then hopefully the finish of each mudguard side, and then I'll probably go into how I'm thinking of doing attaching the top and attaching brackets for the license plate and the tail light, I think. Yeah, waiting for the switches to come in so I can then do some more stuff on the handlebars. So, you know, cool, yeah. So these are the handlebars. They've just been left out on the bike this whole time, and they've managed to naturally patina up quite nicely. Except for the bit where the risers were, because obviously the risers were there. Yeah, so I'm gonna top coat this, and then that'll be that one done, I think. Just need to add the controls and things. But I think that is all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a great week. Take it easy for me, and I will see you next week, maybe. Only maybe. Oof, yeah, next week is not looking great, to be honest. I got work and the doctors, and I'm also working on a cosplay for Comic-Con, so yeah, we'll see. I ain't sure about that one, Chief. Thanks for all your support, and that'll be it. Yeah.